Well, here we are. We're going to take a look through the leagues. We're going to see what's been happening the last couple of seasons in the rest of the Football Manager world. Um, you can see at the top there is actually the 8th of October 2025. A little bit of movie magic. Since we were last here, I have actually played through pre-season. I am ready to go into season 5. But before I do that, I thought we'd just take a quick look through these leagues and obviously everything that's been going on with AFC Russian and Diamonds through the summer. I'm going to update you in the season 5 preview in the next episode. We start off here in the Vanarama National League. This season, Ebbsfleet and Southend have been promoted to the Football League. Southend, of course, who 2 or 3 years ago offered a £7,000 for Thomas Hughes, which I refused, and we nearly lost him. Well, if he had gone there, he would now be a Football League player. And relegated from the National League, Barrow, Halifax, Borehamwood and Billericay. So there are some really big names still in the National League for us to take on this season, the likes of Yeovil, Chesterfield, Barnet, Cheltenham, Torquay, Dagenham and Redbridge, Kidderminster, Scunthorpe, Stockport. There are some huge names there. Who went up from the National League last year? Harrogate and Aldershot went up. Darlington, who of course we played this season, Chorley as well. Havant and Waterlooville and Dartford went to the Vanarama South. This is a tricky league to get out of, isn't it? With just one automatic promotion place and one playoff place, you really have to be on it. It's why non-league saves can be so frustrating in Football Manager. If you get to the National League and you are not the number one team, it can be a real slog to get out of this division. So it's going to be tough this season, but we'll see what happens, of course. But that's the way things are looking. Ebbsfleet and Southend are Football League clubs. If we go up to League 2, so they are now 10 games into this season, because the National League, I don't know if it's because of COVID that the National League started later in 2021, and they just in this special database, it just doesn't update, so it doesn't take into account that the pandemic's finished or something. I don't know. Or someone tell me, does the National League really start so late in the end of September, October? It seems really strange. We've had such a long pre-season without games. But anyway, League 2, Bolton and Mansfield, along with Bradford City and Leyton Orient, are now League 1 teams. And Notts County and Aldershot have been relegated down into the National League. So another two huge names down in the National League there. It's going to be a really tough season, no doubt about it. Last season, Carlisle, Port Vale, Cambridge and Morecambe went up to League 1, whilst Cheltenham and Barrow, we know, went down into the National League. So again, some big names there. Let's go up to League 1 and have a look. So right now, as we join it, Sunderland are at the top of League 1. I guess they've been relegated. I'm sure they went up to the Championship, so they obviously got relegated last season from the Championship, but they've had a good start to life in League 1. Last season, MK Dons, Plymouth and Derby County became Championship teams, whilst Port Vale, Oxford United, Salford and Gillingham were all relegated. I never commented about this actually, but Oxford United actually offered us an interview for the manager's position at the start of last season, and obviously we turned it down. We're going to be loyal to AFC Russian and Diamonds. We are doing a Road to Glory save, so I never considered leaving. But Oxford United did offer us an interview, which as a League 1 team, I guess kind of tells you how we're seen in this Football Manager world now, that a League 1 team is considering us an option. So that was good. Last season from League 1, Birmingham and Sunderland did go up. Sunderland have come straight back down, but Birmingham have stayed there, and Rotherham got up as well, whilst Bolton, Crewe, Northampton and Fleetwood found themselves back down in League 2. The Championship, what's happened there? Also, Aston Villa are down in the Championship again right now, as are Fulham, Crystal Palace, and big names there. Last season, Bournemouth and Norwich went up along with Burnley, so some familiar names going up to the Premier League there, with Blackburn and Crystal Palace, Stoke having to stay another season in the Championship, while Sunderland, Rotherham and Huddersfield went down 2 years ago. What happened there? Brentford went back up, Fulham went up, West Brom went up. So again, some very familiar names, kind of following real life, that Premier League money and parachute payments really helping out the teams that go down. Cardiff, Charlton and Barnsley relegated. Charlton were relegated in the year that they beat us in the FA Cup third round, of course. So that's how the Championship has been looking the last couple of years. Right now in the Premier League, Chelsea are looking dominant there, aren't they? 7 wins out of 7, while Manchester United have 6 wins and a draw. Last season, Manchester City finished champions, ahead of Manchester United by 2 points. Tottenham and Arsenal made up the top 4, so Chelsea and Liverpool have slipped out of the Champions League places. Liverpool, when we last looked back 3 years ago, Liverpool were the dominant team in England and Europe. Mohamed Salah was really blowing everybody away. And I mean, I've seen in previous versions of Football Manager, I've seen that 2 things happen. When Klopp leaves Liverpool, they just fall through the floor. And the same thing regularly happens when Abramovich leaves Chelsea and they have to start tightening their belts a little bit. So I don't know if that's happened here. Who's manager of Liverpool right now in 2025? It's Pep Guardiola. That happens a lot, doesn't it? That Pep goes to Liverpool. So, yeah, so Klopp has left and Guardiola has come in. Manchester City, Klopp often goes there. They often do a swap, don't they? It is Luis Enrique, the manager of Manchester City. So there you go. So Ruben Diaz is now Manchester City captain for the champions. And at Chelsea, Zinedine Zidane is the manager, Romelu Lukaku the captain. And let's have a look. Landmarks. Let's have a look. There you go. Bruce Buck has left. Has Abramovich left? I can't see it there. I presume. There you go. Dylan Sherwood is the new chairperson. Bruce Buck has left, but I think that means Abramovich is still there. Is that going to be in general information? Well, the owner status loves the club, but I can't see who the owner is. I guess I could find that somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it. It won't be in staff, will it? Yeah, Roman Abramovich is still the owner. There you go. So they have got a new chairperson, but Abramovich still the owner. But they are now, although they're doing extremely well this season, last season they slipped out of the Champions League places. Watford, Villa and Fulham relegated last season, or this season while you're watching the end of season review. And the season before that, Liverpool were champions again, look, ahead of Manchester City, Manchester United and Chelsea, whilst Stoke, Crystal Palace and Bristol City were relegated. Southampton and Leicester getting into Europe. So who has won the FA Cup the last couple of seasons? I did see the winner of the FA Cup. I did mention this. So it was Chelsea beat Manchester City in the final. And that was, if we go to the final there, or if we look at it from the quarter-final stage. So, hang on, let me see. Come on, I want to see the stages. There you go. So now we can go back to last season. And now I think if I look at the quarterfinals, we see. Let's have a look at it as a tree. Yeah. So Chelsea, Erling Haaland won the game for Chelsea there. Brighton and West Ham, the semi-finalists. So the big teams really struggled in this season's FA Cup. Everton, Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton making up the rest of the quarterfinals. That was a pretty poor looking FA Cup, wasn't it? The season before that, Manchester United beat West Ham in the final. So West Ham have done all right in the FA Cup the last couple of seasons. Villa and Liverpool losing in the semi-finals, whilst Tottenham, Stoke, Fulham and West Brom made up the competition there. If we look at the League Cup, let's have a look. Is it going to find it under League Cup? No, it was Carabao Cup. I remember last time we were here, I remember it being under Carabao Cup, wasn't it? Or am I getting that wrong? There we go. Leeds United are the holders of the Carabao Cup in this universe. Let's have a look at last season. So Leeds United beat Newcastle on penalties. Newcastle's still not one of the dominant teams in the English Football League now. Still building up to that with their money, I guess. And they beat Arsenal and Manchester City in the semi-finals. So, yeah, an interesting League Cup there. The year before that, Liverpool beat Manchester City in the final. So Liverpool and Man City have had a bit of a ding-dong battle over the years in this Football Manager universe. Liverpool beat Chelsea 4-0 in the quarterfinals 2 years ago and Southampton 7-1 in the semi-finals, while Newcastle lost 5-4 to Manchester City. Newcastle look like they're kind of getting up there, but they're just perhaps just a level short of competing with the big boys still. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with them in the future. Let's just go into the Premier League and have a look. As it's gone over to the next season, am I going to be able to see award winners? I can only see Team of the Week, English Footballer of the Year, Francisco Trincao of Manchester United, and the year before that it was Jadon Sancho. So there you go, there's an interesting one for you. What other awards can I find here? The Golden Glove, Alisson 3 years running, Edison has just won it back. Young Player of the Year, Jan Thielman, who is at Tottenham, is the Young Player of the Year. Before that, Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe at Arsenal. Jadon Sancho and Phil Foden winning the previous years. Manager of the Year, Luis Enrique last season winning the league with Manchester City. Or this season again, I keep forgetting that you're watching the end of this season. Jurgen Klopp 2 years running, and he has now left Liverpool. What is he doing with himself? Has he just retired? He is an unemployed manager. Look at his stats. Wow. And he's only 58. He's still got an awful lot to give, hasn't he? I'm very surprised that he's not in another job there. But there you go. He was at Liverpool for 10 years. So well done, Jurgen Klopp. What incredible stats. What else can we see here? The Premier League top scorer. So last year it was Marcus Rashford, 3 ahead of Erling Haaland, and Harry Kane getting 3rd place there. Before that, Vlahovic, who is at Liverpool, Ronaldo the year before that at Manchester United, and Chris Wood at Burnley. Well done, Chris Wood. 18 goals, top scorer in the Premier League. There you go. There's a stat only Football Manager can create, isn't it? So well done there, all of those guys. And looking at top scorers, I almost forgot. James Price for us did finish with 28 goals, level in the Vanarama North this season, but he didn't get the top scorer award because the other guy, I think it was Muggeridge, he got 28 goals as well, but in less games. So he ended up with the top scorer trophy. James Price 2nd. He had a little bit of a tailing off at the end of the season. And Gabadebo was the Vanarama North Player of the Year, and we were Vanarama North Manager of the Year, which I was shocked by. I thought the Gloucester manager did such an amazing job. He was the only candidate, but for some reason I won it. So there you go. Pleased to have got my first manager's award, which is nice. Let's have a look at the Ballon d'Or here. I think it gets called the Golden Ball. Let's have a look. Is it going to come up in the search as the Golden Ball? World Golden Ball. There we go. So there you go. Mohamed Salah has won a 3rd Ballon d'Or 3 years in a row. 32 years old, still banging in the goals there. Um, Erling Haaland second, whilst Vlahovic came in third. So Liverpool with 2 players in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or. That's pretty incredible, isn't it? And Kevin De Bruyne, 4 years ago, won the Golden Ball. World Goalkeeper of the Year, Andre Onana, still at Ajax. Alisson 2 years running before that, and Rui Patricio at Roma. So that was interesting. Let's have a look. World Golden Glove. Yeah, Onana and Alisson. That's following the same thing. Now this is interesting because for some reason I didn't see this drop down menu here 2 seasons ago when we did the end of season review. So I never found the way to look through these different awards, which was obviously a little bit sloppy on my part. But yeah, so Mohamed Salah is World Footballer of the Year again. He has won it 2 years in a row, while De Bruyne won it the previous 2 years. So again, all following similar patterns here. World Player of the Year. Let's have a look. So again, that's the same. Is that the same? World Footballer of the Year, World Player of the Year. Yep, exactly the same there. Mohamed Salah has won that 3 years in a row. And if we look at the World Team of the Year, there you go. In terms of the Premier League, Salah and Fernandes are in there. Goretzka is at Manchester United. He's in there. Van Dijk's still there for Liverpool. Bastoni is now at Liverpool. And Hernandez, Theo Hernandez, is at Manchester United now. Hakimi from PSG, along with Adeyemi and Neymar. So they've got some top players there, haven't they? And I think a couple of, if we look over the last few years, Salah and Mane in there, Van Dijk and Alisson. Again, Salah and Alisson, Van Dijk, Lewandowski and Muller, along with Kimmich from Bayern Munich. So yeah, kind of the names that you would expect. There you go. That 2021, there was a lot of Manchester City players. There you go. So that's a little bit of that. Let's have a look at the Champions League, which I believe is Champions Cup in Football Manager terms. Let's have a look here. The Champions Cup. I guess I could have just got to that through competitions, couldn't I? So who are the holders? Barcelona are European champions in 2025. Liverpool won 3 Champions Leagues in a row before that. So yeah, there you go. That's let's have a look at stages. Let's have a look at the Champions path, the league path, the group stage. So where can I find it here? Okay, so they're the qualifying round. It's got to be in the Champions path, hasn't it? So first qualifying round, third qualifying round. What is going on here? I think I had this problem before that I couldn't work out how to see. Let's have a look. Quarterfinals. There we. Okay, so last season. Let's have a look at a tree again. So Barcelona beat Manchester United in the final. Borussia Dortmund in the semi-final. Borussia Dortmund beat Chelsea in the quarterfinals. Manchester United beat PSG in the semi-finals, who beat Liverpool in the quarterfinals. Bayern Munich and Porto also in the quarterfinals. So that looks like a good Champions League this season. Looks like it was very competitive. And last season, Liverpool beat PSG in the final. PSG beat Juve in the semi-final, while Liverpool beat Lazio. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Man City and Bayern Munich, the other clubs there. Let's have a look. Europa League. Let's have a look. Who is, if we go back one season and we go to quarterfinal tree, so we can see that Sporting Lisbon beat Southampton this season in the final of the Europa League. Gutting for Southampton, who could have been in the Champions League this season. Nice and Shakhtar, the other clubs in the semi-finals. So that looks like a pretty horrendous Euro League, Europa League rather. Newcastle, Torino, RB Leipzig and Real Hispalis. Is that Real Betis, is it? So yeah, not the most exciting of Europa Leagues, was it? The year before that, Chelsea beat Milan in the final, which I guess would have been a lot more exciting with Borussia Dortmund and RB Salzburg in the semi-finals. Other teams in the quarterfinals: Roma, Fiorentina, Wolfsburg. There you go. That 2 years ago, the Europa League was a little bit more interesting. Europa Conference League. Let's go back a season and have a look again at the quarterfinals and the tree. So this season, Napoli won the Europa Conference League, beating Tottenham, Genk and Celtic in the semi-finals. Well done, Celtic. Bayer Leverkusen, Sturm Graz, Sevilla and Copenhagen, the other teams in there. So that looks, again, like a pretty good Europa Conference League as well. So that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yes, I think that just about wraps it up. Let's have a look. Euro Cup. Let's have a look. European Champions Cup. European Football Championship. There you go, because we have definitely had a European Championship since we were last here. And Italy, who I think, didn't they lose to Belgium in the World Cup final when we had a look last time? So Italy have won the last 2 Euros now. They are the dominant European team there. Very interesting to see them continuing to develop. Obviously, they've got so many good young players in FM when you start the game that they've got a real chance as an international team. So very good. Well done, Italy. Let's have a look. Award winners. So Chalov of Russia was the Golden Boot. There you go. There's we're getting political now. There you go. Chalov of CSK Moscow. That's interesting. Cristiano Ronaldo in 2021. What else can we see here? The Best Player Award, De Bruyne. Championship Best Young Player, Goncalo Inacio. What team is he from? He is a centre-back. He's now at Real Madrid in the game, and he looks pretty good, doesn't he, from what we can see? He was actually already at Real Madrid from Sporting Lisbon. There you go. So he got Best Young Player, the European Championship Dream Team. Chalov and Immobile still go in there. Not surprisingly, Italy completely dominating the Dream Team there. Golovin of Russia also in there. Donnarumma in goal, and De Bruyne makes his way in there. No English names at all, apart from Harry Kane down the bottom there on the list. So well done, Harry Kane, for flying the flag a little bit. Goal of the tournament, Joshua Fischer of Germany. And the European Championship Golden Boot, we have seen, there you go, Chalov beating Seshko and Jordan Larsson of Sweden. I think that just about wraps it up, doesn't it? I've been going on a long time. This is now a really long episode to round up the season. We will be back next time for the Season 5 preview. Like I say, I've gone through pre-season. Everything is ready to go. I will introduce you to our Vanarama National League team in the next episode. A little bit of a longer one today. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a pretty good look through everything, I think. We will see you tomorrow for the start of Season 5, the Season 5 preview, where we will show you all the team development that's gone over the summer, and we will play our first couple of games in the Vanarama National League for the first time. So, yeah, fantastic. Thanks for being with us. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and we will see you very soon for another episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds. Bye for now.